Hi, thanks for tuning in. I'm Jason Kohlmeyer. This week's question is from Christopher and Madelia saying, I want 50-50 custody, but my wife won't agree. What can I do about it? Well, there's a couple things to talk about. First off, when you say custody, Minnesota has two types of custody. They have legal custody and we have physical custody. Legal custody deals with what I like to call the big three. The big three are religion, education, and medical decision making. Generally speaking, everybody gets joint legal custody. Now, there are some exceptions. If you or your spouse have extreme polar opposite decision making, for example, in one of you believes in modern healthcare, one of you doesn't, we're going to have a problem. If one of you is a devout Muslim, one of you is a devout Jew, we're going to have a bit of a problem. But generally speaking, for the vast majority of Minnesotans, you're going to have joint legal custody. That has nothing to do with physical custody or how often the kids spend time at your house. That is generally physical custody and parenting time. Physical custody, again, can be sole or joint physical custody. The law was changed back in 08 and 09, completely changing the law. That label is relatively meaningless today. I'll talk about that in a later podcast. However, the question that you're probably asking on the 50-50 is parenting time. If you want your kids half the time at your house, you're really talking about parenting time. One little tip for you, don't ever say you want 50-50 parenting time because that doesn't mean anything to the judge. What they want to hear is I want week on, week off, or I want a 2-2 every other weekend or a 5-2-2 split. There's many different options on this one, but that's what you want to talk about. If you simply say I want 50-50 custody, that doesn't mean a lot and that raises some red flags. Red flags being child support, because child support is based on that number. Again, that's a whole separate podcast, but that's the nickel version. So, can you get 50-50 custody? Can you get your kids 50% of the time? You sure can if you do some things properly. And that's for your lawyer to help you out with, but you're going to need a custody evaluation. You're going to need a place to stay. You're going to need a home. You're going to need stability. You're going to have all of that set up before you can really try and get the kids half of the time. There we go. A quick answer to a tough question. Thanks for tuning in. Jason Kohlmeyer, Rosengren Kohlmeyer Law Office.